Right, well here we are. Just shut the door. I'm back again. I haven't visited this man. He is my bête noire. And because of life getting in the way this year, I've dropped the ball. But I thought I'd revisit this man because if you're in America, I think most of you would know about the Alissa Turney and this creature here. So we'll jump in and I'll intersperse it.
My name is Michael Roy Turney, the father of Sarah Elizabeth Turney and Alissa Marie Turney.
No, you weren't Alyssa's dad, but whatever, move on.
In reference to episode 28 of the serial epic soap opera put on by NBC Peacock called Family Secrets.
It wasn't a soap opera, it's pretty much a compilation of evidence and whatever. Let's move on.
Particular episode, first let me make this statement. I refute any and all allegations or insinuations or wild guessing that in any way that I neglected.
Yeah, you did. Anyway, if you're new here, go Google Alissa Turney. So it's Alissa, AliciaTurney. It's in America. It's Maricopa County, because I don't know where that is, but I'm so used to hearing him say it. So wherever that is, this is where it happened. And she went missing on the last day of her senior high school.
Abused physically or sexually Alissa Marie Turney.
Yes, she did.
Or that in any way I contributed to the alleged murder in reference to Alissa Marie Turney, which the court has acquitted me for that. And any acts toward that is actually defamation
it was out of time,
towards me to continue to try and punish me. That you're looking at 3 or 4 entities actually. Phoenix PD.
He's had all those 48 hours and American True Life crimes crawling all over him, and he's still sat here saying, oh yeah, I'm a victim, it wasn't me. Oh, just because I picked her up on the last day of school, there was a long history of me abusing her, but she went missing and it's literally nothing to do with me. Shut up.
Center for Missing Exploited Children, the FBI, and Sarah Elizabeth Turney.
I've been around dozens of children in my life, and none of them, Mr. Turney, are missing. Do you get me? Capiche?
Seeking revenge for their perceived wrongdoings I allegedly did to them.
You did.
But let's get into it, because Sarah's basically, what she's showing you is more reasons why this case should have never gone to an arrest or even to the grand.
Back in your day, but nowadays we know that she was crying out for help. So don't go there. Don't wind me up. Because you are, well, I'd have to look at you, wind me up. Stop. Right? Oh my God. He's still stuck in 1970 something where children lie. Shut up.
Jury for arrest.
We know what you've
full
done.
Military operation. I should have never gone to incarceration.
Yeah.
3 years of that to a trial. Because again, as this particular person, whatever his name is, Ted something that Sarah is interviewing this episode 28.
So here we go. This is really relevant because it's Ted something that somebody's Sarah. And when he refers to Sarah, that is his blood daughter, who he deprived her sister. And it's his blood daughter that has spent most of her adult life trying to find out where her sister went. Might be her half-sister in blood, but to that little girl, it was her sister. And she come home from school one day and he'd gone. Or she'd gone. He gone as well.
Forth 3 specific categories as he declared himself an expert under forensic evidence and blood and what have you. They illuminated half that neighborhood as well as my truck. All the other things, and they didn't find anything because simply it didn't happen.
Well, none of that happened because actually what happened to the truck is he got rid of the truck and bought an identical truck. So let's move on and don't start on me because I'm not in the bleeding mood.
Then you're talking about the confession to friends and relatives. I spent a total of 13 years in prison, okay, incarceration, to where there never was anybody in a jailhouse.
I'll tell you what happened. Don't it always seem to go? You don't know what you've got till it's gone. Paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Yes.
It came forth and said that Michael Roy Turney confessed. The family stood up and said they didn't see anything or they didn't hear anything in reference to Alissa being physically or sexually abused. Even Sarah herself.
No, Sarah wasn't. Don't bring Sarah into it. Sarah was a child and you agree with Sarah to look at her older sister as some sort of dementor. Stop. Don't play that card with me because it's not going to wash. Right? And don't start going on about, oh, there was no this, that and the other. There was a long history of complaints that were circa 1980s, 1990s when no one believed the children. Right? So don't play that card.
Said that. She had to reluctantly go along with what the forensics or my two public defenders exposed during a trial.
Bullshit, you got off because it was out of time and something to do with Maricopa County. I don't even know where that is. Maricopa County? Is it Arizona? No one cares. I'm not being rude to people that do live there, but I'm in Sussex in Britain. I don't know where that is.
Not only was Sarah attempting to lie under oath,
Sarah wasn't attempting to lie under oath. Sarah was a young girl.
Anderson.
Shut up. You're annoying me now. Your blood daughter was a young girl looking for her sister. She was only young. And you befuddled her and your bleeding stupid lawyers befuddled her because she was only a young girl. If that was retried now, you would be found guilty every day of the week. Okay? So don't start.
Stuart Summershoe had perpetuated in order to take care of their objective, which was clear of all of these parties, was to punish Michael Turney before he died of old age or disease.
Well,
so then we get in.
You know what they say about the good dying young and evil living forever? Ha 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 ha. Go on.
The confession of the police. There never was a confession of the police. There was a confession for a man who told them his plot and plan to actually commit suicide. And
where is your orphaned daughter? Stepdaughter? In other words, your wife, your late, well, much decades ago, late wife. Only child that didn't have anybody apart from her mum who died. And you also had a daughter by the woman. And then you spent the 90s being outrageous. And I'm saying outrageous for the algorithms.
In a very grotesque way, burning the body on the property of a union he believed did that. But now we need to look at the real seriousness of this when Michael Roy Turney, who has a very, very lengthy history, starting back in 1979, in reference to his conflict with the unions, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, who also have known for hiring Aryan brothers. Then we go back even farther when he was a Maricopa County Deputy Sheriff, who's the one that did the initial investigation.
Right, and then you find out that he actually wasn't, and then he goes even further back when he was a Vietnam War veteran, and then you find out he literally wasn't. So don't go there, but do carry on.
Which led to the busting exposure of a pawn shop in Sunny Slope, which is again a jurisdiction of Phoenix PD, recovered millions of dollars worth of property, one of the largest in that time, and that was controlled by the Aryan brothers, who were associated with,
the Aryan
again,
brothers weren't nothing to do with it. Where's your daughter?
So when all this is added together, and you look at the union stuff, the things that I have had a problem with that, and the union Aryan brother was involved in what people refer to when Glenn Ross, the business manager for Local 640, shot Ray Duke, who was an international person. They brought in an Aryan brother named Charles Ayers, who, in that particular case...
let's just stop you there before you give up the will to live. If you look into this case, none of that happened. It's just rhetoric that he... And why is he wearing all this camouflage stuff? I think it's something to do with stalkers. They just like to camouflage up. Go on.
Used and hired by them in order to strong arm it when they had a civil court order, which is known as trusteeship, to take it over. That was not necessary, but the Palo Verde was a very, very volatile situation to where the members were denied more money, as they call it, for C-zone, for their base wage salary, reduced to $6, which once again...
You know when people lie, they talk a load of old shit. The main question is here, where is your stepdaughter? Where did she go? Because she was last seen with you on the last day of her high school. I think it was the 3rd of June, something or other that I can't bloody well remember because you've bored me wretched. But if you put it into the Google search engine, you will get, oh, I swear to God, you'll be watching it for weeks. Where is your daughter? I don't want to hear all about the Aryan Brotherhood and something to do with this and that and the other. No one cares. Where's your daughter?
And Michael Turney got involved in it using the Little Davis-Bacon Act to increase that to $8
So who is Michael
as fair play.
Is that you, or is that you throwing one of your kids under the bus? Because you had family that were boys before you even married. Alissa Turney's mum got her pregnant, had a baby, and then she got cancer and died. And then you were given custody because poor old Alissa didn't have a named father or a sort of maternal family. Oh, I think she did have maternal family, but you boyed them off, you joeyed them off, you did all your bleeding psychopathic shit. Yeah? And she kept telling people that she was being abused, but hey, it was the 90s. It was the early 2000s. No one believed children in them days. But guess what? I don't believe you. I believe your bleeding daughter. Where is your missing daughter? That's all I'm saying. I'm not being a bitch. Where's your daughter?
So with all of this and the extent of everybody that I've aggravated all the way through my personal life, then the question...
Your bio daughter's sister, who she spent her entire adult life looking for. You horrible, wretched, nasty, old bleeding gay. Right. I'm not going to be rude.
Alissa
Geezer
ran away in 2001. That would be May 17th. Then she called back.
No, she didn't. And the phone call, she didn't call back. We've already been through the phone call. Don't start all that BS on me. Because if you look into it, the phone call where she called back was actually you on one of your bleeding, stupid, bleeding, what are they call phones?
May 24th, 2001. To which I tried to explain to them the oddity of this. Not only she was cussing, which I'm embarrassed about, but I'm openly admitted we were arguing.
Right, so yeah, your teenage daughter's cussing, and now all these years later, and you've been this, that, and the other, and nobody believes you. Oh, you're going to gather up your petticoats to go on about her cussing. Shut up. Where is your stepdaughter? Your biological daughter, sister. Where is she?
Which is not a real smart idea to do when you're talking to people like police officers. So I'm open.
Yeah, well, you've said a lot more than that because it's documented. So don't start. This is what he does. He rubbishes her and makes her look like she's a... Yeah, it used to work. It worked back in our day. Most of my View2 viewers remember this, yeah? The adults could say, oh, yeah, just... Do you know what I mean? They're liars. They don't believe them. They're mental, yeah? It doesn't work nowadays. Where's your daughter?
About this, tell them all about it. The thing that they all ignored was that she sounded like she was not holding the mouthpiece close to her mouth when she was speaking, suggesting possibly...
No, it doesn't suggest anything. It suggests you had, as I've said, a burner phone and you made that up. And your witness was your young daughter, who was about 9 at the time, and believed everything you said. But they grew up, thought about it, and thought, hang on a minute, this is all weird. And I think there's a lot of women out there and men out there that have the same experience. Think, not that it went as far as what your situation's gone, but a lot of us have grown up and thought, oh, hang on a minute, actually, that's weird. Stop. Where's your bleeding stepdaughter and your biological daughter's sister? Where is she?
Somebody else was holding it. After that time, Alissa Marie Turney disappeared. Yeah. So to look into the fact that the Aryan Brothers, a very violent faction, hired by a lot of people in order to do their dirty work, harass people, start riots, arson, burglaries and things.
Arson and riots? I see a red door and I want it painted black. Shut up. Arson and riots. What blue blazes are you going on about? Can you stop flapping your gums and just answer, where is Alissa Turney? A human being that disappeared on your watch. Aryan Brotherhood. Oh, arson riots. Shut up, you mong.
Which is Charles Ayers had a rap sheet consisting of that. Then we get into the fact of, whether or not Alissa could be dead based on those people's actions.
No,
now, William Anderson and Stuart Summershoe refused to accept that.
No.
Then they started destroying evidence. Brady violation after hiding it. Chris Rittenauer's letter. All of these documents pertaining to Alissa Marie Turney and even her report cards, which said she was a sweetheart. This is her primary grades, and she got this consistently through many years until, in fact, she was finally diagnosed by our pediatrician, a medical doctor, with attention deficit disorder. And
but you paid because it was a different era back then, and you kept going on and on and on, throwing money at him. It's America. And you can't believe anything she says. She's got attention deficit disorder. Let's just hang something on her so no one believes what I'm really doing. Go on.
Ritalin. These documents were handed to William Anderson, and he
Ritalin is like, well, I won't say what it's like on YouTube for kids, but it's wrong.
Destroyed them. Or they're still hidden somewhere in the Phoenix PD's files, which they refused to return to me, though I've been acquitted. So we look at also her what's called the Individual Education Program testing from the state of Arizona. That disappeared. It briefly came back when some county investigators from my
disappeared because it didn't exist and it's all in your mind. Anyway, let's get back to the plot. Where is your stepdaughter, your biological daughter's sister, family member? Who your biological daughter? Hello. Can I just draw your attention to your biological daughter that spent her entire adult life looking for her sister that disappeared on your watch? And despite all your protestations, it's pretty well documented that had a long history of reporting you and saying things to people that didn't listen to her. And then we're missing. Ooh. Anyway, I'm sick of you. Wherever you are in the world, I'm sorry, but let's go.